It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. July 1st, 1934, the first X-ray photograph of an entire body was taken on a 1-second exposure using ordinary clinical conditions. 1975, BASIC officially ships as version 2.0 in both 4K and 8K editions. 1977, Fortran 80, Microsoft's second language product, was released. 1979, Sony introduced the Walkman in Japan. The first model was the blue and silver TPS L2 pocket-sized audio cassette player with earphones. 1981, Microsoft reorganizes into Microsoft Incorporated, Bill Gates as president and chairman, and Paul Allen as executive vice president. Shareholders were Bill Gates, Paul Allen, Steve Ballmer, Vern Rayburn, Charles Simonyi, and Gordon Letwin. 1983, Cinematronics released Dragon's Lair to arcades. It was the first Laserdisc-based coin-operated arcade game. The cost to play was 50 cents. 1984, the PG-13 rating was introduced by the Motion Picture Association of America. 1991, Apogee Software released the side-scrolling shooter Duke Nukem for MS-DOS. Game was notable in its time because of the smart level design, which allowed very fast gameplay. 1996, Corel released version 4.0 of PaintShop Pro, a bitmap graphics editor and vector graphics editor for Windows. 1997, American Airlines becomes the first United States air carrier to place an automatic external defibrillator on each of its fleet of 700 aircrafts. 1998, Motorola, Packard Instrument Company, and the United States government's Argonne National Laboratory jointly announced plans to produce biochips. They make a use of a microgel technology in which a chemical compound can be tested. And in 1999, Apple Computer files a lawsuit against Future Power and Daewoo over a recently introduced personal computer that looked nearly identical to the Apple iMac. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. Summertime. What to do during the summer? Well, let's go fly a drone. The Phantom 3 is now available for all your summer flying fun. In both professional and advanced models, the Phantom is one of the most popular drones out there, and it can make you feel like a kid again, just like when you got your first RC car many years ago. With video up to 4K, you can have fun taking overhead shots, aerial footage in parks, by the lake, or just fly over your house a few times to see how many of the kids' toys ended up on the roof, or if your roof survived the winter. I encourage you to go over to geekazine.com/DJI so you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom, and it supports the Day in Tech History, and I thank you very much for that. Go over there, geekazine.com/DJI, then go out to the park and have some fun. Geeky fun with DJI. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History. In 2000, Trillian Studios first releases Trillian, a proprietary multi-protocol instant messaging application. Trillian could connect to AOL Instant Messenger, ICQ, IRC, Windows Live Messenger, and Yahoo Messenger networks. Also in 2000, the PHPBB group, which consisted of founder James Atkinson, Nathan Coding, and John Abella, release a fully functional pre-release of the PHPBB, or Bulletin Board 1.0.0. 2001, version 7 of Maple, a general-purpose commercial mathematics software package, was released. 2002, Apple Computer buys the eMagic Company, maker of the Logic audio software. Also in 2002, the BBC reported that an estimated 1 billion computers have been sold across the worldwide to date, according to high-tech consultancy Gartner DataQuest. 2003, a Kazakhstan hacker named Oleg Zizev, also known as Alex, was sentenced in Manhattan federal court to over 4 years in prison for extortion and computer hacking. 2004, the Cassini-Huygens spacecraft performs the Saturn orbit insertion maneuver and enters into orbit around Saturn. And version 1.00 of IM2, a multi-protocol instant messaging application for Microsoft Windows, was released. 2006, after 22 alpha and beta releases and 3 release candidates, the UseBB team released the version 1.0 of the Use Bulletin Board. And Planameza Software released NeoOffice 2.0 Alpha 4. NeoOffice was a fork in the free open source OpenOffice.org Office suite for Mac OS X. 2008, a research says that people using Internet Explorer were less likely to update, therefore making them more vulnerable to attacks. Also in 2008, Adobe released their version 9 of their Adobe Reader. The Reader also allowed Flash objects into Play. Blockbuster decided to back away from the table on their bid for Circuit City. And Microsoft purchased search engine PowerSet for $100 million. If a purchase of a Yahoo was to happen, this would have enhanced the search engine. 2010, ICANN raises domain prices 7% on .com and 10% on .net, generic level, top-level domains. 2011, HP launched their tablet, the HP TouchPad, using the WebOS software, which was the Palm software that HP ended up purchasing. The tablet had many different features, including the ability to sync data with the upcoming Pre 3 by touching the two devices together. Of course, the Pre 3 never made it to the U.S. as CEO Leo Apetheker scrapped the touchpad in September. And in 2013, Google shuts down Google Reader, GUI Builder, CalDev API, Google Building Maker, Google Cloud Connect, Google Voice App for BlackBerry, Search API for shopping, and Snapseed Desktop for Mac and Windows. Also in 2013, Don Matrick announced that he would be leaving Microsoft's interactive entertainment business, which included his major role on Xbox One. He would then become Zynga's CEO. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.